Now we will take a look at one of Leonardo da Vinci's many masterpieces. This is The Last Supper, painted in the late 15th century. It is one of the most well-known works of art configured by da Vinci. It is currently housed in Milan, Italy, and is the artist's depiction of the Last Supper, a famous passage in the Bible about the final meal Christ, shown in the middle of the painting, shared with his 12 apostles. It is said in the Bible that at this meal Christ revealed which of his disciples would betray him to the Jewish authorities. The painting shows almost a look of panic in the faces of the apostles as they worry who could possibly be the traitor, while they begin to question those around them and blame one another. All except Judas, the traitor, shown on the left side of Christ wearing blue robes, appear frightened. In the painting, Judas does not appear worried. He is painted in a sinister manner with almost a look of deceit on his face. All the while, Christ can be seen sitting calmly amidst the chaos, as he already knows who the traitor will be. The Last Supper painting was created during the Renaissance period, which is clearly shown in the style and artistic strategies employed in the art. The painting shows Christ and all of his disciples eating at the back of a large rectangular room with 3 walls. The back wall shows 3 open windows looking out onto a mountainous landscape. Da Vinci uses linear perspective to create a 3-dimensional effect which allows him to show the depth of the room. The figures around the table are smaller in contrast to objects that appear closer to the viewer in order to give even more sense of depth. The entire scene surrounds Christ and has everything converging on his form. The converging lines shown in this image all center on Christ himself as he is the main subject of the painting. Da Vinci also uses other visual effects such as a horizon line, which becomes apparent when one takes a closer look into the 3 windows shown on the back wall of the painting. You can see the line separating the sea from the mountains. It carries throughout the entire portrait and falls across the heads of all the apostles. The mountains begin to fade away the further they go. This adds a further layer of depth to the painting and accomplishes a beautiful 3-dimensional effect. In this close-up we are now looking at, it shows the moment Judas's fate was sealed, and he became the one to betray Christ. Judas can be seen reaching for the same bowl as Christ himself. In a verse of the Bible known as Matthew 26:23, Christ states, "The one who has dipped his hand into the bowl with me will betray me." In Da Vinci's take on the famous scene, Judas can be seen reaching his hand for the same bowl as Christ, thus branding him the traitor. Although this does not alert the other disciples of Judas's future endeavors, it shows that Judas's fate was predetermined and destined to happen. One of the most famous theories about the painting is that the figure to the left of Christ, wearing a blue and pink robe, is in fact Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene was one of Christ's apostles despite not being listed as one of the guests at the Last Supper. The reason for this speculation is because the gender of the person is so hard to discern. This has caused many historical theorists to question if that person is in fact Mary Magdalene herself or simply a different disciple. Da Vinci's The Last Supper is an artistic masterpiece with many secrets to unravel. The use of artistic strategies such as vanishing points, horizon lines, and linear perspective are used seamlessly throughout the artwork and blend together beautifully. The painting is impeccable and one of the most famous pieces of art in history.